How's it going, guys? Today I'm going to show you how to make a very low profile soffit. So this would be for a beam, for HVAC, anything that you need to kind of hide within some sheetrock. In this case, we have a beam in the basement. There's not much headroom down here to begin with, so I want this to be as low profile as I can possibly get. On the one side, we've got an 8-inch round duct running the entire length. There's a lot of insulation on there, so it's not actually that large, at least as large as it looks here. But in order to get a really low profile soffit, I'm gonna show you how to use some 1/4-inch supports to hang your sheetrock. So here's the before, and as I work, I'll kind of show you what I'm doing. So you can see I've got some 2x2s already hanging. Those are straight where I need them. And this is gonna go from, put it on the 2x2 up here, and then we're gonna have another one there, and it's gonna be kind of tucked next to that circular duct. And when we hang the sheetrock, we're gonna use short screws. I wanna show you what these 1/4-inch supports look like. I put a little chamfer there so that I can get the screws nice and flush without cracking it. And that's pretty important because these are so thin. So if you look up here, you can see I've got the structure that the sheetrock is going to mount to. And I'm just now starting to work on the other side here. Just got one up. So you hang them all the way across, and I'm putting them where the ceiling joists are. And then you secure another 2x2 at the bottom. And now I'm gonna work on the other side. I've got the support structure up, and next up is the sheetrock. You can see the 1/4-inch, that is interior birch laminate. It's not a particle board, but like a plywood, multi-ply. The sheetrock is what is going to provide the rigidity. You can see it's already trying to move it here. It's already quite stiff. All of the 2x2s that run the length of the room are connected end to end. So next up is the sheetrock, and the sheetrock dimension is what's going to ensure that the width from end to end is the same. Now I measured it, and it is within about 1/8 of an inch, maybe 1/4 inch throughout the length. But with the sheetrock dimension, the width of the sheetrock being exactly the same from piece to piece, then that is going to, you can see I have just a little bit of wiggle room. Kind of hard to tell, but I can just wiggle this, and so I will ensure that the outside edge of this is flush with the edge of the sheetrock. So the sheetrock is actually going to go all the way out to here. This is the maximum headroom. So there is absolutely nothing, there's no structure underneath where the beam is going to be, or where the beam is. I've got the first piece of sheetrock up now. Started with the small one, just I can kind of show you, you can actually look in past the sheetrock right now. So you can see the sheetrock is what's connecting our two supports. So all we're really trying to do is just get sheetrock around the beam. It doesn't really need to be all that rigid. And I assure you, as it is right now, it's very rigid. The sheetrock is sitting, there's a layer of insulation, but the sheetrock is sitting, and I can just barely get my fingers in there. I want to give myself a little bit of leeway to compress the insulation there. That is about it. I'm going to continue on, and if you look on the sides, I'm flush right here with my sheetrock. So the other pieces of sheetrock are going to go on this surface, and then I'll finish the edges. And I'll pick it back up once I've got most of the sheetrock hung. So I've got the bottom part of the low profile soffit in. You can see the sheetrock. The lower portion of the sheetrock is the lower structure of the soffit. So I used quite a few screws, but it's not sagging, it's nice and stiff. Next up will be the sides. So I'm gonna put the screws into the thin 1/4 inch portions of wood that come down. 2 screws in each of those. That's as low profile as you can get. All right, so I've got all of the side sheetrock up. I've sheetrocked over the lolly column. As far as the soffit goes, you can kind of see how the sheetrock all fits together. So the side pieces hang down over the edge of my bottom piece. And so the bottom piece I cut really accurately as far as the width goes, and that's what drives the width of my wooden structure that comes down from the ceiling. So I ensure that that is perfectly lined up with my sheetrock. So I'm getting the trim on right now. This the edge bead. So I'm gonna put that up all the way across, and I'm gonna end up sheetrocking the ceilings as well. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of the corner bead on, and then we'll start doing some finishing work. Just got done with a coat of drywall sealer on the soffit here, so it's nice and low profile. Paint's not quite dry yet. It's looking pretty good. Finished up all the other sheetrock. Got some drywall primer on all that new sheetrock as well. Well, this is the final product. The soffit is all done. We got the room all finished out. This is as low profile a soffit as you can build. So the ceilings in here are 7 feet, and the soffit brings it down to about 6'3". The sheetrock is right up next to the beam underneath there. Turned out really well. The ceiling sheetrock looks good. We finished the laundry room down here, added a little space for storage, and overall just really happy with the project. So if you have any questions, feel free to post them up in the comment section. I'd be happy to help out if anybody else wants to build a low profile soffit. Thanks for watching.